Um, Welcome back to the continuation of the SQL problem. And so the question is saying second question is saying transaction frequency, and so they want to find out how often customer transact to segment them. So frequent to occasional. Calculate the number of transactions per customer per month and categorize them into these three categories. Low frequency is less than or equal to 2, so 2 downwards. Medium is between 3 and 9, and um, high is from 10 above. So they ask us to use these two tables. So the one thing I noticed, right, for the transaction, I am actually looking at if the transaction is successful. So if I go to my table, which is what we have here, actually looking at a transaction success, or something that looks like it. So if I then do select, I'll do distinct, and I'll do transaction status from the savings table. And so I see a lot of distinct entries. So I see successful, there's reverse, abandon, support, all of this. So basically what I'm looking for is success, signify success, there is success. So I will then say I'll use a wildcard. So I'll say where transaction success underscore success is status is like, then I'll say basically a wildcard, and I'll say SUC, and I can then see the distinct success that we have here. And so this will just be my target. So this and this. So the one thing I can do is actually to convert this into ones and zeros by using like a case. And so um that makes sense. Or I can actually just do a count of this and the count of the owner as well. So I'll do a count of this, and so if I do count, I think I'll get a 100 and I think 107,000. Yeah, so I think I'll get 107,000. Yeah, 107,050, where the transaction is like success. So I'm just basically going to do a count of this, and I'll do transaction and transaction date. I'll also do a count of owner ID, even though it's not really necessary. I can do a count of this twice. I'll just say as customer count, and for this I'll just say as transaction count, and I will just say group by transaction date. And so I can change the transaction date to a date format, actually. So a date format that is just month and year, and that's because I want it to be readable. So I'll just say month capital month and capital year. So, and if I do this and why is it? They say transaction count. Oh, so this is supposed to be us. Sorry about that. I then get like based on the months and so on. So I'll just say monthly as monthly. Or let's just say month. So, and this is more readable, right? So in order for me to do an average of the transaction count, I also want to do a customer. So I want to do the average per month for different customers, right? Also, I don't think I should do this for now. So average per month for the different customers of the sorry, average transaction per month of different customers. So I don't think I should count this yet. Just going to leave it as owner ID and just add it to. I'll just add it here to the group by, just for simplicity purpose. It is basically the same thing, but yeah. So I can then do a sum of this, right, based on the actually can do a sum based on the individual, if any, the individual um, individual owner. So what I can then do is to say, hold on. First, I want to say check distinct, and I want to check the transaction count. I just want to see what I've actually counted. I'll then say from, then I'll put make this the first query as my sub query, so it becomes my new table. Also, I'm supposed to put an alias, so always remember that as T. Just remember that every time. I just want to see code. Also, so transaction count. Sorry, transaction count. So I have 1, 2, 3. So I also want to be a sum of it per line, and so I'm going to do a sum, and I also do a distinct. If I say distinct and I say sum, let me see what's gonna happen. I'm curious how many I'm going to see. Okay, so 107. So I still get the same number that I got here in the first place. So we're still on point. I want to get a clear picture that I'm still having um yeah. So so then I will do a sum of these based on the think. Okay, so I can then do okay, cool. I would then do I think I should also do a count, since it really doesn't matter now for the owner ID, because I actually want to do a count of. So it still gives me the same value as well. as before, and if I do a count of, so the count of owner, I'll just say, I don't need to do a group by, I'll just say as customer count, right? And I'll just copy this and paste it here. Now I just want to see if it gives me the same thing. I believe it should. I think this is redundancy, but I want to convert them into numbers. So the next thing I can then do is to do a sum of all of them, and yeah, so I will do a sum of all of them based on the transaction date. I'll do a sum of this as total, and oh sorry, like that. So I'll say as total customers, customer. Then I'll also do a sum of transaction count as total transaction. So I think what this will then do is so I can then say group by here, group by transaction date, and I should see some pretty amazing result, I am imagining. Oh, I will also add like a case, the transaction date. What did I do? That is wrong. Unknown transaction date. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, so sorry, this is supposed to be monthly. Apologies. Always look at your, yeah, so this is supposed to be monthly. Cool. So I'm getting roughly the same numbers. So I want to see if there's actually a repetition. So I think there are repetitions here. I'm seeing April 2019. I'm seeing them at random, right? June, July. So in reality, I think, oh, so okay, you're actually going to give me the same numbers, which is cool. So I am then going to add a case, because I want to get the average. I don't know why I repeated the same thing twice, but I actually want to get the average. Then I want to categorize them into low frequency, high frequency, and so on. So I'll just say AVG, I'll paste, and I'll copy. So if this is less than 3, then low frequency. Then also I'm basically just going to copy it. No, I won't copy it yet because I made a mistake. So frequency. So copy, paste. I would say greater than 10, greater than 9 will be high frequency, right? So then the middle one will be between 3 and, it's going to be between 3 and 9. So it's going to be greater than 2. Anything greater than 2 is 3, and also let me use capital, and less than, anything up to 9 is less than 10. So It's just like the math of it, and I will then use end as I will then say frequency category. So let's see, and I'm still gonna run it again. No errors, I guess. So I then have my frequency. So both these and these are just the same thing. I just wanted to do some kind of litmus test, and so I don't really need yeah. So then this is then oh, I don't think there's any repetition here. I am thinking to do instead of these just uh, I keep getting confused over and over. Because my target is a customer that has the total count of customers is supposed to be 107. So regardless, so let's see. I'm thinking of making this average instead of um average and see what happens. Because if I do average, yeah, this is now okay. This is fine. And then the cumulative. Oh, actually, I think I'll just use some, and I think there's a reason why it makes sense. And so the next thing is all of this that I just do, I'll convert it into a CTE, and that's because I want to do the final summary. And I just cut. I'll say with CTE as and I'll then say select from CTE. Now I'm going to paste my query here, which is now all of them have now become a subquery. And so what I'm then going to do is to say frequency category. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to say the sum of my total total customer as, and I'll say as customer count. Then the other one I'm then going to say is the average of my total transaction, because I actually want to see the average. And so I will then group them by frequency category, and let me run it and see. And here is the reason why I think this is the best fit. Oh, something is wrong somewhere. I don't know, I keep messing this thing up at times. Nope, 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 nope. Sorry about that. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? Oh, I think I might have made a mistake somewhere. This is not supposed to return one, it's supposed to return multiple values. Um, just give me a moment, let me take a look. So I figured my mistake. So this is supposed to be greater than 2, and yeah, I'm going to run it again. And let's see. Okay, so I don't think I forgot the mistake yet. So this is um so the other thing I'm going to do is I think I should change this back to just the transaction date, without having to empower anything. Most likely might be the output, but I'm not sure. Let me see. So going to run it again and see. Okay, so this is weird, but I kind of am getting something. This is not supposed to be like this. It is supposed to be more customer count. Trying to see where I messed up, but it's supposed to give me I don't know. I'm supposed to have low, high, and medium, and this is not supposed to be this. So high is this, low is this, which is okay. Just trying to figure out where I made a mistake. Hold on, please. So this is supposed to be medium frequency. I was wondering what I did wrong. I just added C here too as well, like sub, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, and I removed the sum of these, and I don't really need to do two sums. And let me see. I was wondering what the issue was. I was really okay. So um um this is one of the reasons why this makes sense. So the total of the customer count is supposed to be 107,050 customers, because that's what we got for transaction successful. So the count of it is this. So if you do an addition of um if you do an addition of the whole the whole this would give you, so let's just do it quickly. So I'll say 64,740 plus 42,266, then plus 44 will give us, oh sorry, so it's supposed to be, so I will remove minus 400. It should give us yeah, so 107,050. And in terms of the average transaction, remember that we said low, medium, high. So for the average transaction for the low frequency, which is between anything less than 3, we had an average transaction of 1.2, which is actually less than or equal to 3. And for medium frequency, it is about 3 point. So maybe we are just going to do um a round of figure, so that you have like a round of figure. So for here I'm just going to do x. I'll just say round. I'll put this and I'll say round of 2. I'll then say as. And so basically I'll use this average transaction per month, but I'm just going to use I'll paste it here, and I'll run the query again. So I then have so for medium frequency, average transaction per month is about 1.8, and we have about 64,740 customers that did that. For medium, which is within medium is between uh, 3 and 9. We have an average of 3.37 or 3.4. We can actually reduce it to one decimal place so that it just makes sense. And we move on. We run the query again, and yeah. So for high frequency, we only have 44 clients or customers, but um, so they said from anything what's this speed? So greater or equal to 10. So we have about an average of 11 transaction only for support customers has this. So medium about 3.4. Then majority of the customers just make one transaction per month. So basically that is what it is. So I think this makes sense as the response to this particular question. And so we would be dealing with the question 3 shortly. See you guys maybe after a while. Thank you very much. If you do like the video, I'd appreciate subscription and share it. Subscribe and share it to other interested parties. Have a wonderful day.